Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Homegrown Greens channel, the place where we explore gardening, our favorite things like soul-satisfying greens, and more at home, indoors using hydroponic methods. I'm so excited today. Today is the day to show you the best sweet Italian frying peppers that I've been growing currently, the Jimmy Nardello pepper. As you can see, it is harvest time and I am just, ooh, this is amazing. Look at these peppers, everybody. So, okay, let's get started. So it's a cold day in the Midwest here in the fall. And yes, we can still grow our peppers in the fall using hydroponics in small spaces indoors. Today I want to show you my second fall harvest. We have some Jimmy Nardello peppers that have matured, ripened, and are ready for harvesting. As you can see, harvesting is one of my favorite and rewarding things I love about gardening. I know fellow gardeners can relate with me on that. Even in small spaces, like I'm using this one seed that I grew this plant from. It's just one stalk and it's grown out. Look at that. And so even in small spaces, we can grow in small pots and containers where our space is limited using non-traditional methods. And I find this to be so intriguing. So I'm curious to experiment and explore what is possible. I discovered this variety of pepper from another gardener, Callie Kim. You might have heard of her. Shout out to Callie. And so I searched for the seed, and here we are ready to have our second harvest. The first harvest was about a week ago, and it just had one pepper on it. And so check out that video. That I will link that at the bottom of this one. I did a simple roast in the oven on that one pepper because I needed to know how it tasted. And so it has a sweet flavor with a bright, clean pepper taste. It was amazing. So there's something extra special about the taste of something you have grown yourself. There's nothing like it in my opinion. I'm loving these peppers. I just try and see what happens. I am a new gardener, and so I'm new at this gardening thing. However, I don't let it stop me. And I do research and then learn along the way. I get familiar with the plant so that I can have the best possible results and output. I learn from my mistakes, course correct, and get back on course, and we keep on growing these peppers. I wanted to show you guys this one here. This one right here, it fell off the plant prematurely and it was green. So what I did, just like you can do with tomatoes, I just propped it up on the trellis to see if it would ripen, and absolutely it did. So that is something that I have I just tried to experiment and learn to see if that's something that would happen, and the results are there. Yep, you can see that it did. It definitely did that. So you may ask, can we do this? Well, I asked myself. And so basically the answer is yes, we can. Yes, you can. You can too. Just give it a try. I encourage anyone that may want to garden at home in small spaces to do so. Just step out there and try it, just like me. So basically, my curiosity has allowed me to discover something I really, really enjoy doing. Gardening has become a new and very unexpected hobby. Growing my favorite greens and more, as you can see. All right, so basically, I want to let's get started, guys. There's probably about maybe 10 or more peppers on here at least. So it is time to harvest these peppers. And most of them are probably ready now. There's one like down here that looks like it's almost there. But for the most part, I think I'll be able to harvest most of these peppers. And one harvest tip that I have for you guys is to harvest at the peak of ripeness. Look at that. Harvest at the peak of ripeness. As you can see, there's no blossom end rots. These peppers are shiny and just, speaking, harvest me right now. So anyway, you definitely want to harvest at the peak of ripeness for the best taste and less waste, because we don't want pests or insects to get to our plant before we do. So that's just a tip that I have on that. Okay, so all right, so now let me just get the scissors here and a little bowl to put our harvest in. And I'm new at this, so bear with me on everything. I'm just doing this with a camera. Like I said, I just stepped out and said, you know what, can I do this? Let me just start recording. I'm new at it, so I don't have a stand or any of the equipment that I need to have currently yet. I'm still working on trying to get those things, but I couldn't wait any longer. I needed to show you guys exactly what I'm doing, and I want to take you along the journey with me. I'm just really loving being able to grow my own fruit and vegetables at home. I love greens and all types of things like that. So I am experimenting, and this is what it is. So here we go. Let's get started. So let's get this one out the way, because I think this one is ready. It's already so I'm just going to put it in the bowl, because this is the one that was hanging. It was already off the plant, but I think it's ripe enough to harvest. And when you harvest, we're going to take this one off right here. So I'm just going to get up real close, and I've got my shears here and my gardening scissors, and you just want to get to the stalk of the plant, making sure that you are not cutting any other main stems, and then you just take a snip. Woo! There we go. All right, y'all, look at that. Look at that. I'm going to put it in the bowl so you can really see. Look at it. And I'd imagine they're about 7-8 inches long here. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm just taking a peek at the ones that are completely ready to harvest. Here's another one that looks like it's good to go. And I'm going to snip at it. All right, there you go. You can see I've got the scissors on the base of the stalk, and we're going to snip. Whoop. All right, sorry about that. It fell. We're going to put it in our harvest bowl here. Woo, look, that's a long one right there. Oh my goodness. And amazing. amazing. All right, so we're gonna keep on going. Oh my goodness, this is just so amazing. All right, so I think this one we're gonna grab right here. It looks like it's all ready to go. Look at it. And I'm gonna come from the other direction. It looks like that might be easier. Okay, excuse me. All right, so when you do get your scissors, make sure you get them all the way across if you can, and just be careful because the plant is delicate. And we're going to take a snip here. You might have to squeeze it a couple times to get to it through the stalk. Can be a little thick. This one's a little bit harder, but I'm almost through it. Okay. Ooh, the scissors are sharp, guys, but let me see, something might be caught there. There we go. Woo. All right, so there it is. And we are going to grab her. Wow, that's amazing. Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna put her down in the bowl. These peppers are huge. And look at that. Look at that. Wow, this is so rewarding. Oh my God. I've been growing these peppers for a few months now. And so it took a while to grow them, but that's okay. I think the reward is so much better. All right, so here's another one. So we've got 3, we've got 4 peppers. Here's number 5. Got my scissors right there at the stalk. Look how long that is. Woo, it's coming all the way down through there. All right, here we go. And you have to, the first time you try to snip it, it won't clip. You gotta like clip it a couple times and clip it a couple times, and it will just pop off real easily. Look at that, all the way right. So great. Look at that. And this is just one seed, and look at all the peppers so far. Okay, I think this one right here looks like it's ready. This one that's curled up to the side, it's ready. So now see, this other pepper is right next to it, but I'm being very careful not to cut that pepper because I'm not quite sure I'm going to harvest it yet. But this one next to it looks ready, so we're going to snip. Just, you know, just get your scissors in there. You may have to snip it a couple times to get it, but it'll come off. But just be careful because you don't want to damage the plant and rip the stalks that, you know. So after we harvest this, you know, I'm hoping to get, look at it. Oh, wow, look at it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. They're all different shapes and sizes, guys, which is beautiful. And so I'm excited. All right, let's get this one right here. This one right there. And this is just an amazing harvest. This is just an amazing harvest. Woo! There we go. Look at it. This is so amazing. Look at all these peppers I have piled up here. One plant, one seed. I grew it from seed. Jimmy Nardello Italian frying pepper. It is the best pepper ever. Look at it. It is so sweet. And these peppers, while it's been in this kind of ripening stage, I'll tell you this, that it has stopped. So here's another one. We're going to grab this one on the edge right here because this one looks to be ready. So I'm going to snip it. There we go. Let me get my scissors in there. There we go. Woo. See, and it's just sitting there, and we're going to grab it, pop it into our harvest little basket bowl. It's piling up, y'all. I cannot tell you how this is just making me feel how amazing this plant has been. Okay, so we got a few more. I think we can get a few more out of here. I probably leave like one or two more that just kind of have like a little brown at the tops of them, like this one and this one over here. It's not quite, I feel like I want to wait, see that little kind of chocolate looking brown at the top, and then this one right here. And that's, don't let that make you think that the plant is not healthy or something's wrong with it. That's part of the process. The plant is dark green and it changes in color, but this is normal. So don't let that make you think that your plant's not healthy. I mean, that your peppers are not healthy. That's perfectly part of the process. They all started off looking like that, and they eventually become red and deep red in color. All right, so we're going to grab this one right here under that one. It looks to be ready. Just going to reach around and find the little stalk. And another tip with your scissors, I'll say this: when you're reaching in, keep them closed like this. Keep them closed, and then you can reach in so you don't make any mistakes of clipping something you didn't mean to clip. And I have to admit, I have done that before. And make sure you're absolutely sure you're cutting what you want to cut, because what happens is that the scissors are very sharp, and then they can graze something and mess up something. So but anyway, that's another tip that I have. So I like to do that, and then once I'm confident that I'm where I need to be, then you can just kind of slightly open up the scissors. And let me get around here to show you. We just have pepper, stalk, nothing else. And then you can start clipping. There we go. Whoop. All right. And let me grab that one. It fell down. But as you can see, perfect. Each one of these peppers are perfect. And another thing about the peppers is that you just want to make sure you keep them. You just want to make sure that the plant is going through so much in this ripening stage and maturing, and you just want to make sure you keep up your nutrition with the plant and make sure that it is healthy, pruning it down, doing all those things. And so let's go ahead and get, I think I've got another one in the back here that I think is ready. Yeah, I think this one right here in the back is ready. It's really huge, and I want to grab it. Woo, there we go. Let me reach in and get it. I think it's one of the biggest ones of all that we have here so far. So I just want to be careful because I don't want any other pepper to fall off that doesn't need to. Okay. Woo, it's heavy too. Look at it. Wow. Look at that. Yeah, that's probably the biggest one. It's like a it looks like a carrot if you know on the size of a carrot. They look like little carrots. Okay, so let's see here. I think I'll cut one more. I think this one right around here is ready. And then the rest of them, I think we can just give them just a little bit more time. So this one right here, we're going to grab that. And all right. There we go. All right. And so I'm going to grab it. Whew. All right. So it looks like it had just a touch of green on the edge of it. I didn't actually see that, but it's still ready to go. And so this is a huge pepper haul, guys. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 peppers. Can you believe that? 11 peppers off this one plant. And by the way, I did get another pepper harvested, like I said, about a week ago. And so that's 12. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 peppers on here. And so just so you can see, the plant is still growing. I can see there's little small leaves still forming. And it looks like, if you can see right there, there's some new buds happening. Let me kind of drill in there a little bit. I don't know if that's clear. Okay, yeah. So as you start to pull the harvest from your plant, that re-energizes the plant to start forming flowers and developing more fruit. So basically, probably for the past few weeks now or so, there hasn't been many flowers. I think in the back over there, I'm noticing that there is, I don't know if you can see it, but there's one little bud that looks like it may be trying to get a flower. But yeah, so this is what we have so far. I'm just going to pan out a little bit. And so you can see the harvest and what we've got left. It's amazing. I mean, this is just grown in an Aerogarden. And I couldn't be more happier with the results. All right, so sorry about my hands in the way, guys. Like I say, I'm really new at this. I will get better at it. So don't forget, the harvest tip is to harvest at the peak of ripeness for the best taste and less waste. And I'm just going to do a little maintenance on the plant. It's time to give it some more water, nutrition, trim it down a little bit if needed, and then I'll come back and just let you know any updates in the next harvest that we have. I hope to have maybe a few more harvests on this plant. If not, I am completely happy and satisfied with what we have here so far. And if y'all just want to know, I am going to stuff these peppers. Yes, I'm going to stuff these Jimmy Nardello peppers from this plant. And I'm going to take some corn and a little bacon and some cheese, and I'm going to split them down the middle and stuff them with that salt, and maybe throw a little sauce on them and roast them in the oven and have some stuffed Jimmy Nardello peppers. Amazing. I cannot wait to try it. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you and thank you and thank you. Thank you everyone for actually tuning in and watching. Put a pepper emoji down in the comments if you made it. I'm a new channel with limited experience, as you can tell, but and equipment. But the goal is to get better each time. So thank you for your support and any encouragement you have to offer with your gardening experience. I'm definitely, I welcome that. And your experience with YouTube. I'm new at this and just stepping out here that, hey, let's give it a shot and see what we can do. I want to give tips that I've learned. I want to, take tips from people that are able to, help me out. I'm learning, and so let's share together and grow our experiences together and come up with some delicious and rewarding, satisfying, so satisfying, satisfying food that we grew our own self. So I'll just say, hang in there with me, please. I plan to get better at it, and so if possible, in support of my channel, I ask if you can, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you again for watching. See you in my next video. More to come from the Homegrown Greens channel. Again, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you are anything like me, you get excited about just even a harvest like this, because I think this is pretty amazing for just growing inside, indoors, in hydroponics, and in an Aerogarden, or if you have a small pot or container, you can also do this as well. I encourage anyone that is interested, go for it. Again, take care. See you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.